Hey guys, today we're going to be re-looking at the Transformers Universe 2-pack Autobot Ambush with Roadbuster and Dirge. So the reason why we're going to be re-looking at this is because I got a comment from a Trans Geek 2345. They commented on the video and said that it looked like the review was cut out. So I looked at the video, the old video that I did, back in like January or February, January. And yeah, the video is only like 3 minutes long, and it was really me just talking about the vehicle modes. So to all the people that weren't able to truly watch it, I'm sorry. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know. I didn't get any sort of copyright strike. I didn't get any sort of notification about what had happened. But yeah, I just really don't know what in the world happened with it, but we're just going to go about doing it again. I'm just going to remake the video. So for anyone that is wanting to actually watch the video, the original video doesn't exist. I ended up deleting it. So if you want to still hear my thoughts, this is the video about them, obviously. So we're just redoing it because I physically can't get that video back. So once again, just going to be re-looking at these two guys, and I really like them. Really, really love these guys. We'll start off with Roadbuster here. I just like to put his knife right there because I think that's where it's supposed to store. But we'll just put this off the side. But if you don't know, this is the Cybertron Defense Hotshot mold, and I just love the colors. I love this brown, the yellow. You can see that there's a little bit of paint splotching. It's not great, but love the big, like, beefy wheels. He rolls really nicely. Super, super fun. Just love the alt mode. Just really, really like it. Just love the detailing on it. Love the paint. Love the green. Just love the look of it. Obviously, you got two mini-com ports if you want to use them. So, yeah. And this turret can rotate, and these can move independently. And if you want to, I guess you could shift this forward if you want it more forward. I don't know which way it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be back, like this. But if you want it to be up more forward, you can do that. But I typically leave it back there. Now, Dirge, his gun just goes into that port right there. And his gun is just a basic, like, block with a, spring-loaded missile. So we'll put that off to the side as well. And, yeah, this is just, Starscream, but blue with this nice tan. It's sort of maybe like a bronze, maybe, but it seems a bit more like a brownish tan to me, not really a bronze. But yeah, I love the navy blue. Fits very well with the black and this charcoal gray cockpit. Obviously you can see his head there, but that's okay. And there's the bottom. You get some wheels so he can roll. The third wheel is right there, so he can roll too, but, it's a plane, really shouldn't roll, but, I really like these vehicle modes. I think, I own the Cybertron Defense Hotshot, but I do not own the Starscream, but I personally love these decos the most of these, molds. So I just really, really like this. I've had this set. This is a new set. I got it for Christmas. And I'll show off my old set. I put my old set in the box that these guys came in. But I really, really like these guys. The deco is just amazing. And it just, they just look very, very nice, especially together. So we'll start off with Roadbuster. And before we get into it, you can flip these out to reveal some guns, these two guns, and some missiles right there. And I'll show off his Cyberkey gimmick here because it'll be a kind of bit easier to see. And it's just the standard Autobot one, but red, done in red. So just push it, and these come up to reveal some more missiles. So, and obviously if you know him, he has swords for his, so there is not, can't really pertain to his plane mode. So yeah, I really like this feature. Like, they didn't have to do it, but they did, and I just really like that. So, very basic transformation. I think he's a deluxe. Like, the Cybertron Hotshot was a deluxe, so it's going to be a very basic transformation. So, just extend that, and I sort of like just to rock this down, like so, and then flip the skirts down, and then you can split the legs, like so, and then flip down the feet. And now you just simply split this and bring them down, and you can see a stress mark on that hinge right there. So I just like to take this nice and slowly, going both ways, but then you just extend the arms, and I like to swing this up like so, or I like to put it up over his shoulder like that, but we'll just leave it like this. And there he is, and I like to take his knife, and he can hold it, but I like to put it in his arm like that, like in his wrist. I personally like that look, and you can do it on both sides. So I personally like to do that. And so there he is. Now Dirge, back him up a little bit more, so we have a little bit more room. Dirge, I like to move those out to the side, and then you just split the legs. These pegs up here that peg the nose together are really tight. They're almost like, it's like a softer plastic, so it's almost like a poly cap on a Gundam. So they're just super stiff, and they just want to sort of stretch. They don't really want to come apart, and you can see if you don't get them right, they sort of like, they like mushroom over, you can see. So if you're going to peg those, when you peg those together, watch, at least on this guy, I don't know if it's the same for any other redecos of this mold, but at least on this one, I would say watch out for that. So just pull his leg down, use the thigh swivel, and then we can flip out his heel. And I guess if you want to leave this out, that's how I always left it when I was younger, but we'll flip it in the correct way. And just extend the leg, twist, fold up, fold out, fold in. And there's his legs, like so. And we'll raise the camera just a touch. Right there. And just bring that down, and it does lock in. And then fold out the arms, like so. And then ratchet them down. And I always left the tail fins connected, but you're supposed to disconnect them and swing them down like that. So there he is, and we'll put the gun in his hand. And I'll just show off his Cyberkey gimmick right now. And I'll get into it a little bit later, but you put the Cyberkey in the back, and it's just the Planet X. I think it's just Sideways and Soundwave that has this style of key with the spikes on the side. Because they're from Planet X, but it's done in purple, which I really like. And then, dang it, got hung up, but we'll try it again. See if we can get both swords to come out. And the engineering behind both swords flying out is incredible. I absolutely love it because it's so cool. There we go. We got it. We'll just leave it in his back. And there he is with his swords. And now him, we can swing the guns up over his shoulder. And then we can plug his Cyberkey in. And what? Oh. Bam. Just put it back over his shoulder. And what I like to do is You can flip these flaps down, reveal more missiles, and then flip these around to reveal even more missiles. So now he's in this big armored up mode to fight Dirge, and I really like that. That's so like Roadbuster to me. But yeah, I really like these guys. They're super fun. They're the best decos of these toys. But I have some flaws. They have some flaws, at least my experience with them. So first off, Dirge, my original Dirge, I'm just going to put him off to the side. So my original Dirge, his shoulders, I think this shoulder, I think, it's connected by like not really a mushroom peg, but it's like a plate and then a cylinder, that slides over it. So like when the halves of the body are put together, the cylinder rides on it like this, like rides inside of it, and that plate keeps it from just pulling out. Sort of like a mushroom peg, kind of. Or like how thigh joints are assembled nowadays. That broke, and then the way the mechanism from the cyber key to the arms works is like completely ingenious. I just have to show you. I can't really describe it. But so that joint has to be hollow so the inner workings can transmit into the shoulders. And mine broke, so the arm would just free spin because it was broken. There was no tolerance. And just hearing the difference between this shoulder and that shoulder is that, something's going on in there. I don't know if there are known breakages with the shoulders. I just don't know. But my original one did break. And the tolerances were completely wrong because I tried super gluing it, and the tolerances weren't right, and whenever I just try to bend it, it would just break immediately, no matter how many times I tried to super glue it. So that's something of note if you're gonna get this guy or that mold. I don't know, it was probably just the one that I had, but just saying that. Now for him, obviously I showed off that hinge in his head, but his knee also has a big crack in it. Has a huge crack. Just carefully move it back. So I don't know how that developed, because there's not really a crack over here. So I don't know what I did to do that, or it just happened, but it did happen. So I would say, on either version of this mold, to watch out for that, or especially watch out for those hinge joints up here, because they are very thin, especially as the fact that they're pinned also doesn't help them. But still, even with the breakages and the sort of history that I have with these guys, I still really like them. I love the decos. They look beautiful on these molds, especially Roadbuster here. Absolutely love his deco. Dirge is also very nice. Just love these decos. I think besides some of the BotCon repaints, these guys are easily the best decos, in my personal opinion, of these molds of the Starscream and the Cybertron Defense Hotshot. Just they look incredible and amazing. So I'm just gonna put these guys off to the side, and I'll show off the box really quick, because I absolutely love the Universe box. I'm gonna raise the camera up and straighten that out. Have to come down a little bit. Working with a new camera setup, so I apologize if it's like weird or whatever, but these are my original ones. My original Roadbuster, I don't know what in the world happened to it. It was, I think it was stored away somewhere and a rat got to it, because half his face is gone, which it still transforms. It's still a lovely toy, but I definitely needed a new one. And then obviously there's my original Dirge, and you can't see his arm, but I absolutely love the Universe box art. The Universe box art is like the best. I absolutely love it. I just love these repaints. One of my favorite toys in my collection is the Universe hardhead, and same thing is that it just looks incredible and amazing. Love the box art. It's just so awesome. There's the back, obviously, little story, tech spec on the sides, and those are also some very nice redecos. I don't own them, but I would really love to own them someday. And you can see back there the Dreamwave comic. I did not open that because this was, I don't think the Dreamwave comic was sealed, but the box was not sealed. I think the box was already open. Yeah, the box was open, but the Dreamwave comic and the instructions were sealed. So I just opened it up, took the original ones out, and put my original ones in there just so they can have a home. But yeah, I absolutely love this set, if you cannot tell. It is quite expensive, especially if you want the box. For how much it goes for, I don't know how much the base Starscream and Hot Shot go for. I just don't really know. But it's a very expensive set. I think this one was around like $80-ish, I think. I can't quite remember. But it was definitely a very, very expensive set with the box. But it's just they're very nice looking toys. And of course, since they're Cybertron toys, they strike a very good balance of chunky playability with their gimmicks and some decent posability. Obviously, he's a little bit jank just because he doesn't have a bicep or thigh swivel, so he can't really get into too much, but he can. And his legs, I don't know if they're misassembled wrong or something's up with the ratchets, but the legs just do not stay like parallel with each other, because if I click that forward, well, now it's completely out, but if I click it back, well, now they don't really line up. So I don't really know what's going on there. Oops, just shot his missile, but it's okay. So I don't know what's going on with that. And there are some cues, but you'll end up dealing with that, like with a lot of these toys, is that you'll get one that's just a stinker. You'll get one that, doesn't have the greatest, paint or whatever. Just the whole QC thing, Hasbro and Takara's QC has always had some bad spots, or you'll always get one that accidentally slips through. So, like a lemon. But I still really, really love these guys. They look and feel incredible. They're so amazing. And I can definitely see why Hasbro definitely kept repainting the Cybertron toys, because when you can take an already awesome toy and then repaint it to make it look even more awesome, and make it an exclusive that, no one really cares about, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just, make these guys and sell them? Because there's nothing to them. And I just absolutely love that. They just look amazing. They feel amazing. They're just really nice to have in general, mold-wise. But like I said, like a million times, this video is that this is the best deco in my personal opinion. Other than maybe the BotCon Springer that they did. I think it was Springer that they did for this Hot Shot mold. Other than him, Roadbuster is easily my favorite of the deco of this mold. So with this video, me remaking it, because I don't know what happened in the original one. This isn't gonna screw up the schedule for shorts or anything. It's just I'm making this video and releasing it just because I want whoever wanted to watch the Trans Geek. If you want to watch the entire video, see my full thoughts, you can go to this video. So it's not going to screw up any of the schedule. I'm not going to go and do 2 weeks of videos. I'm going to finish out the 1 week of the 2 weeks of shorts. So this doesn't do anything with that. So just remaking this so it's there. But I really, really like these guys. Really love them. Highly recommend them, whether you just get your hands on the mold or these guys specifically. But they are quite expensive. Just want to tell you that, just so you don't get there and you're like, oh, these are great. Oh my gosh, how much are they? Unless they've come down in price. Once I got these for Christmas, I just stopped looking. But yeah, really, really recommend them. They're wonderful, wonderful toys, wonderful figures. You know, they just look amazing. So yeah, that's what I have to say. So until next time, see ya.